Ever find yourself like a little wobbly, maybe on a curb or like you trip on an uneven sidewalk?
Yeah.
It's in those moments you realize how crucial balance is.
Oh, yeah.
But it's something we tend to take for granted,
Totally.
especially as we age.
Uh-huh.
Today, we're diving into an excerpt from a document
Okay.
that breaks down what happens to our sense of balance as we get older.
Interesting.
And it even introduces a potential tool to combat this. IsoTone.
IsoTone.
Have you heard of this?
I have heard of IsoTone.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So it's fascinating how we rarely think about our balance until it starts to waver a little bit.
Yeah.
So in this deep dive, we'll unpack how that system, specifically the vestibular system, deteriorates and explore IsoTone and the exercises that they suggest to help mitigate those effects.
Sounds good.
So first things first,
Right.
Let's break down what the vestibular system actually is.
Yeah.
It's not exactly like a household term. I don't think people really talk about this day to day.
It's not dinner conversation.
Right. No.
So what is this?
So it's like our internal gyroscope.
Okay.
And it resides in the inner ear.
Okay.
And it uses a network of neural pathways to constantly inform the brain about the head's position and movement.
So it's like always sending signals.
Always sending signals.
Back and forth.
Yeah, like constant feedback loop.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So this constant stream of data allows us to maintain balance and spatial orientation.
Correct.
And even stable vision as we move.
Exactly.
Wow. So it's not just about preventing us from toppling over. It's about coordinating.
It's coordinating a whole range of actions that we do every day.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's a pretty vital system.
Really vital.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the document points out that this intricate system, its accuracy can decline with age.
Yes. Unfortunately, that is true.
So the author even shares their personal experience, noticing changes in walking.
Okay.
And how movement requires more conscious effort.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
Yeah.
For sure.
The source also mentions that this decline is due to neurological changes, less efficient nerve cells, and even genetic factors.
It can be.
So it sounds like a whole bunch of things can...
A lot of things going on.
...contribute to this.
Yeah.
So if this decline is natural, what's happening in our bodies... that makes balance more difficult as we get older.
So basically, as the vestibular system loses some of its sharpness, we start to rely more on visual cues and cognitive processes to maintain balance.
Oh, so we're like using our brain more to think about it.
Exactly. It's like we're having to consciously think about something that used to be automatic.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So this shift from an automatic process to a more conscious one is why our reaction times slow down.
Exactly.
Making us more susceptible to falls, especially as we age.
Yeah, that's a big concern.
Especially as we get older, because then it's like a bigger...
The falls are more impactful.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Our brain has to work harder.
It does.
To compensate for what used to be an effortless system.
Right. Having to pick up the slack.
It makes you wonder,
yeah,
is there anything we can do to combat this age-related decline?
Well, that's the encouraging part.
Okay, good.
While we can't stop the aging process,
right,
the source emphasizes that proactive measures, such as physical therapy and focused balance training, can make a significant difference.
So it's not a lost cause?
No, not at all.
Okay, good.
We can fight back.
We can fight back.
Yeah.
Is this where IsoTone comes in?
This is exactly where IsoTone comes in.
Okay, perfect. So how does it work?
So by strengthening the muscles that support balance and engaging in exercises that challenge our proprioceptive awareness.
Proprio what?
Proprioceptive awareness. It's basically our body's internal GPS for our limbs.
Interesting.
We can bolster the vestibular system's resilience.
Okay, so it's like retraining.
It's like retraining
our body. Yeah.
To be able to
know where it is in space.
Yeah.
And react accordingly.
Got it.
Yeah.
Could you elaborate on how IsoTone fits into all of this?
Sure. So it's described as a portable resistance device.
Okay.
That's good for both fitness and physical therapy. And it ingeniously adjusts resistance based on the force you apply.
So the harder I push,
the harder it pushes back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's pretty neat.
So how does that benefit the vestibular system?
So IsoTone provides 360-degree resistance.
Okay.
And this is where it gets really interesting for the vestibular system, because that 360-degree resistance allows us to work on balance from all angles.
Oh, wow, I see.
Which is vital for training our vestibular system.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So the source suggests that its resistance-based exercises are perfect for what's called multi-directional stability training.
Okay.
So it's not just forward and back.
Got it.
It's side to side. It's rotational.
Yeah.
It's all these different planes of motion.
Okay.
Which leads to improved coordination and really bolstering those neural pathways associated with balance.
So it's not just about brute strength.
No, not at all.
It's about training our body's reactions and adjustments.
It's finesse.
Yeah.
It's control.
And like you were saying, multi-directional.
Yeah.
Exactly. Which makes a lot of sense for balance.
Yeah.
It sounds like that's precisely what the vestibular system needs.
It seems to be. I'm
curious, what kind of exercises are we talking about?
Well, the document provides a list of 20 IsoTone exercises.
Wow.
Specifically aimed at improving balance.
Okay.
And supporting vestibular function.
Great.
We won't delve into all 20.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But let's explore a few that highlight different movements and target various aspects of balance.
Perfect. Let's hear them.
Okay.
Which one jumps out at you first?
One that caught my eye is standing balance with arm circles.
Okay.
Sounds simple, right?
Yes. Standing balance.
And arm circles.
Dark as a cat.
So you stand with your feet together.
Okay.
You hold the IsoTone handles. And you perform slow, small arm circles.
So it sounds pretty easy.
It sounds easy.
Yeah.
But this deceptively simple action engages your core.
Oh.
And challenges your balance, forcing those stabilizing muscles to work.
So it's about those tiny adjustments our body makes.
Exactly, those tiny adjustments that we don't even think about.
To maintain stability.
Yeah.
What else is on the list?
Another intriguing one is walking lunges with IsoTone holds.
Walking lunges?
Yeah, with IsoTone holds.
Okay.
This one's particularly effective.
Okay.
Because it works on both coordination and leg strength.
Yeah.
Both crucial in preventing falls.
Yeah, those are definitely areas that could use some attention.
Yeah, especially as we age.
Right, as we age, for sure.
Yeah.
What makes this exercise unique?
So by holding the IsoTone handles during the lunges, you introduce resistance. That further challenges your balance and strengthens those essential muscle groups.
Which are key to maintaining balance.
Exactly.
It's fascinating how adding resistance to seemingly basic movements can make such a difference.
Yeah, it can. It really can.
Are there other exercises that focus on different aspects of balance? Are there other exercises that focus on different aspects of balance?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The source also includes slow rotational twists.
Okay.
So you hold the IsoTone in front of you with both hands.
Okay.
And you slowly rotate from side to side.
I can see how that would engage the core.
Oh, yeah.
And challenge spatial orientation.
Definitely.
It's like a targeted workout.
Yeah, it is.
For the vestibular system.
Exactly.
And lastly, overhead reach with IsoTone caught my attention.
Okay.
What is this one?
So this one involves standing with feet hip width apart. You raise the IsoTone overhead.
Okay.
And balance on your toes.
It sounds like that would require a lot of control.
Oh, it does. And stability.
It does. Yeah. It really challenges your stability.
Especially on your toes.
Yeah, you're on a smaller base of support.
Right.
So it really forces you to engage those stabilizing muscles.
To stay upright.
Yes, exactly. What does this exercise emphasize?
This exercise emphasizes spatial awareness.
Okay.
And upper body stability.
So it's not all about the legs.
Not just about the legs.
This is the whole body.
It's the whole body working together.
It's amazing how interconnected it all is.
It is.
It's not just about leg strength.
Right.
It's also core stability.
Yes.
Upper body control.
Absolutely.
And that sense of where our body is in space.
Exactly. You've hit the nail on the head.
It's wild.
What's interesting is that these IsoTone exercises.
Yeah.
They seem to address all those aspects in a way that's both engaging and, dare I say, fun.
It's great to hear that something so beneficial can also be enjoyable.
Yeah.
But before we all rush out to get an IsoTone, let's take a step back.
Okay.
And summarize what we've learned today.
Good idea.
What does this all mean for the listener?
So firstly, it underscores the vital role that the vestibular system plays in our daily lives.
Like we were saying earlier, it's just doing basic things like walking.
Exactly. From the simple act of walking to just standing upright.
It's crazy.
It really is.
And as we've learned, this system doesn't get better with age.
Right. Unfortunately, it's part of the aging process.
Okay.
But the positive takeaway is that we don't have to passively accept this decline.
Okay, good.
We can be proactive.
So how do we do that?
Proactive measures like physical therapy and targeted balance training can make a real difference.
It sounds like IsoTone is part of that.
It seems like it could be.
Yeah.
And what I find particularly encouraging is that the source emphasizes the value of incorporating balance challenges into our everyday activities.
So not just like going to the gym.
No, not necessarily.
Be mindful.
Be mindful
of our movements throughout the day.
Exactly.
Give me an example.
So simple things like controlled movements.
Oh, okay.
Shifting our weight.
Okay.
Even adding a bit of resistance to our daily routines.
Like what?
Well, like choosing to stand on one leg while brushing your teeth.
Oh, that's a good one.
Or,
that's a good idea.
Doing calf raises while you're waiting in line at the grocery store.
Those are good.
Little things like that.
I like that.
Can all contribute to maintaining and improving stability.
So it's not just about dedicated workout sessions. It's about being mindful.
It's about creating a lifestyle that supports vestibular health.
I love that. This deep dive has been incredibly enlightening.
I'm glad.
I've learned so much about a system I rarely gave any thought to.
Well, that's the beauty of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
We often take these essential functions for granted.
We do.
Until they start to falter.
Right.
But by understanding how the vestibular system works and how it changes with age, we can take proactive steps to maintain our balance and independence.
I love that. Yeah. And what resonates with me is the idea of incorporating balance challenges into our everyday lives.
I agree.
It seems much more achievable.
It does.
Than squeezing in another workout.
They're more sustainable.
Right.
Yeah.
Small changes can add up.
Absolutely, they can.
It's almost like turning everyday activities into mini balance workouts. It's like sneaking it in.
Sneaking it in.
So to wrap things up, I want to leave our listeners with a thought to ponder. We've talked about IsoTone and integrating balance exercises into daily routines.
Right.
But what about other activities that could stimulate and strengthen our vestibular systems?
Okay.
Things like dancing.
Oh, yeah.
Yoga. Or even just playing with our kids or grandkids.
Those are great examples.
What do you think?
Those activities absolutely challenge our balance in dynamic ways.
Yeah.
Like dancing, for example, requires coordination, spatial awareness, and quick adjustments to different rhythms and movements.
Right. You're
always on your toes.
Changing it up?
Yeah.
What about yoga?
Yoga poses often involve holding positions that challenge our stability and core strength.
Like tree pose.
Exactly, tree pose.
That one gets me.
Yeah.
I'm always wobbly.
It's a good one.
And then even playing tag with children.
Oh, yeah.
It's like you said.
Involves sudden changes in direction and speed.
Yeah, you're like...
Which forces our vestibular system to work overtime.
Right, constantly adjusting.
Yeah, you're having to react to unpredictable movements.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
It's amazing how many activities we engage in that naturally work our sense of balance.
It is.
Without us even realizing it.
We don't even think about it.
We don't.
But our bodies are working.
It's all happening.
Yeah.
So what's the takeaway?
More we challenge our balance in safe and controlled ways, of course.
Right, of course.
The more resilient our vestibular system becomes.
I see.
So it's about exploring different activities, finding what we enjoy, and incorporating them into our lives.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's not just about preventing falls. Yeah. It's about embracing a lifestyle that promotes balance and overall well-being.
Yeah, you got it.
I love that.
It's holistic.
This deep dive has been a real eye-opener.
I'm glad to hear that.
I feel like I have a whole new appreciation for my vestibular system.
That's great.
And the role it plays in my life.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
I'm definitely going to be more mindful of my movements and find more ways to challenge my balance.
I encourage you to.
I will.
Yeah.
Any last words for our listeners?
So, remember, have fun with it.
Yeah.
Exploring new activities and challenging yourself should be an enjoyable experience.
Right. It shouldn't feel like a chore.
No. It should be something you look forward to.
Thanks for joining us on this fascinating exploration of the vestibular system.
It's been my pleasure.
Until next time, stay curious, stay active, and stay balanced.